This is one of the most critical Bitcoin charts you need to be watching like a hawk over the next few weeks and potentially the next couple of months. Why? Because history is setting up to repeat itself, something that has already happened 6 times in the past. So pay very close attention. And if you are already excited about what I'm about to review, make sure you smash hard the like button and subscribe. Welcome to Smart Trade Action, where we break down real market data, build profitable trading strategies, and track forex and crypto movement to stay ahead of what's coming next. This is my first video on this channel, so your feedback and comments will mean a lot and directly support the growth of this community. Be among the first 100 subscribers and join us from the very beginning. So this is BTC chart. This is a weekly chart for BTC, and as you can see on my chart, this is the MACD. The MACD tells us the momentum of the market when it's either gaining momentum to a particular direction, upside or to the downside. And if you look very closely on this my chart, you see that something happened here where BTC actually went into the negative zone of the MACD. Either it's very close below 1 or something very close to the zone, or it's already inside or just crossed the negative zone of the MACD. This is what we are looking for. Now, when this happens, something usually happens in the price of BTC. If you zoom closely, you see that the price of BTC usually plunge to the downside. Alright, as you can see, BTC moved down significantly to around 32%. This also tells us that BTC is getting close to its bottom because it doesn't move that big compared to the previous move. But this is what we should expect. And then if you pull out the 20 moving average and the 50 moving average, you see that the market broke the 20 and then skyrocketed very fast to the upside. This is the case number 1. This is case number 2. In this case, same thing happened. BTC plunged into the negative area. The slow MACD line of BTC on the weekly chart plunged into the negative zone for MACD. And BTC still went down around 30%, got rejected here and created a new support area that formed the structure for the next bull run. So same thing happened. The previous around 30%, this is also around 30%. So this is the third case for BTC. The same thing is playing out here as well. BTC plunged into the negative zone and the price went down roughly 10% before getting rejected. Then formed a new structure, lower zone. So anytime it gets rejected near the 2050, usually go lower below the previous structure of the market. It went pretty fast and far below it. So take note of these activities. So here is the fourth case. In this fourth case, not exactly the same thing as what I've shown you guys, but something very close still happened. At this point, the price isn't too far from the 50 moving average as in the previous 2 cases. Why this other case is when it has gone very far from the 50 moving average or the 20 moving average. So in this case, we had BTC moving roughly 6% to the downside, while in this case, BTC moved roughly 15% and closed green. It opened red and closed green. So the point here is that BTC still pushed down a little bit before the ride to the upside. Here is the case number 6. Similar thing played out. BTC moved roughly 18% to the downside, got rejected around the 50-20 zone and created another structure. This structure actually formed the base for the next bull run. So here is the 7th case, and this is where we are today. BTC is doing same thing. BTC is plunging into the negative area. As soon as this candle closes today, being Sunday, Monday, we're going to close into the Monday morning, depending on the time zone you are trading from. When this candle closes, it will tell us how low the price of BTC is going to go. From this point to this point is roughly 15 to 18% move. This is support. So when this candlestick closes, we should expect some move to the downside for BTC. Yeah, most likely. So the move is going to be around this 80-600k zone or around the 83-700k zone. However, if we don't hold within this zone, we could hit the second support, which is not very likely to happen yet. But I think even if that happens, we're going to still go up. We move forward, get rejection around the 20-50 moving average zone. Then we push down to form a lower zone, a lower structure, which is going to form the next bull run for BTC. So we should pay attention to these price areas. However, there's a very critical price area that I want us to also look at. If you come close, you see that BTC is having a very strong support. Here was a very strong demand. It was a resistant area. It became a strong demand area from this 69k all the way to 126k of BTC. So that means even if the market crashes down, this 69k is the most important area that most whales are going to buy. So we should pay attention to these price areas. It's 80-600k zone, 74-400k zone, and the 69,000 zone. So on a micro level for BTC, this is the daily chart for BTC, and BTC is forming what we call a bear flag. And if this bear flag actually breaks, I'm not saying it's going to break today, we should just watch this particular chart like a hawk and see trade opportunities we could jump into. So we could break this, retest it, and continue going downward. And if we were to do this analysis, BTC could hit around the 74,400 zone that I showed you guys earlier, which is the most probable zone that BTC could hit in the nearest several or few weeks to come or months. Now, if you take your mouse, this is how we got the calculation. Set it up here, you move it downward. You see that if you bring it to where it breaks it, which is wherever it's going to break it, you see that it perfectly aligns with the same price of around 74k zone. And if you zoom in pretty large inside, zoom out, you see that it also aligns with this same support area. This was resistance zone and became a support area for BTC. BTC retouched it, moved pretty far up and created a new high. So if BTC should retest the zone again, this is a very good buying opportunity for any serious minded trader. So this could be a very good opportunity for a swing trade entry, buying here, waiting for the market to retest, around this zone before forming some structure to the upside, in the longer run of BTC. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.